Warning, this content is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This video is brought to you by First Detachment Nutrition. Battle tested, expert formulated. Use discount code AB10 at checkout for 10% off. What's up, gentlemen?
Sup? Test.
I don't know. I don't think I can beat Chase in that one.
No. Test.
What's
Maybe if I take some Halo testing, I can get my voice a little deeper.
That's what we got to write is the voice protocol. We
The
got people
voice
writing
protocol.
height protocols and fertility protocols. We can have voice protocols.
Yeah, the height protocol thing makes me laugh. I had somebody reaching out to me. It's like, have you seen this height protocol? I'm like, your epiphyseal plates are closed, man. You're not going to grow.
I hate getting messages from guys wanting to get taller. I'm just like, what? Like, this was never a thing when I was like, I never thought, you know, when I was in high school, I was like 5'7". Wasn't like, I want to be 6 foot tall. How can I do it? It's like, this is what you got, man.
It's funny when you're a tall bodybuilder, like I'm tall, and I'm like, God damn it, I wish I was 5'10". I'm too tall for bodybuilding. 5'10" would have been 5'9", 5'10" would have been perfect. Because it's so much harder to put on size when you're tall. But like, I got to put on like a pound for or 2 pounds for every pound that Todd has to put on to look the same.
Yeah.
Yep. I look deceptively large in pictures when I'm shredded.
I mean, you're even bigger in person. It's yeah, I was like, you're dense. You're a meatball when see you in person. Yeah, like I it's like to be honest with you, like at my height, not that I'm ever going to be competitive in open bodybuilding. I'm too old for that. But at my height in the pros, you probably have to be 280 on stage, I would think, to be competitive.
I mean, I just don't agree with you. I think you could totally get big enough, Paul, because you put up like with the posing improvements, your back looks night and day different. And I think that you could easily do Masters, World Championship, and win over 50. And then within a few years, you might win the Masters Olympia. Now, as far as doing, I mean, Kamal won some open shows at 51.
Yeah.
I think that if you brought your legs up, like your posterior chain in general, I think that you would be super competitive, especially because your arms, your chest, your shoulders, your abs, you have such a symmetrical front.
How tall are you? 6'3"? Is that what you said?
Me, I'm a hair under 6'2". Just a hair. I measured in for Classic last year just to see, and they had me like at 6'1 3/4". So I think the cutoff was 232 because I thought about doing Classic.
Yeah,
I'm like at this weird in between place where I'm too big for Classic. I'm not really big enough for open.
You have like a 28-inch, 29-inch waist, and your hips are narrow, so
Yeah.
you could really look bigger if you flared out those quads. And easier said than done. And we got more of a sweep to the hamstrings and more lats. I think that your whole shape would change if you brought up the posterior chain to match the shoulders and the arms.
My legs have definitely grown since last year. I brought them up. They're still behind my upper body. My upper body just dominates my legs. And the back thing, I've been working with a friend of mine who's I gotta be careful, but a friend of mine who's a judge. And the back stuff was mainly just shitty posing. I have a big back.
It's crazy. Yeah, seeing the differences between guys, like if you're like too straight up and down or like curving too much and not leaning far enough back. It's really interesting to see how much of an illusion it really is. Like when you figure it out and when you don't know how.
I
Like I'm still trying to figure it out. Like it's such a. I put like my camera behind me and connect it to my phone, so I'm like always looking at how things
Oh, wow.
change as you like
Smart.
shift. Yeah,
That's so smart.
it helps a lot, but
Well,
it's
you got
just
a
so
really
crazy.
dense back though, Chase. So I've got width, its density that I needed to work on. I did bring that up a bit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny because like my back, it looks its best when I'm just like fucking relaxed and like sitting there, and then I like try to like pose it, and I just get in this weird shape. I'm like, this ain't right. So
Yeah, I worked
did
on.
a-
Go ahead, Todd.
I did a posing session with Jan Coffey yesterday, and he made like 2 changes, right? And I look night and day different. Like one
I
is
love his breakdowns. He does these super simple breakdowns of things that are easy to understand. I probably
because
should
you know
book
the
a session
anatomy.
with him.
Because you know the anatomy. That's why I nobody's ever approached posing scientifically before, and he's almost completed his doctor of physical therapy.
Oh, I
this
didn't
is
know
an
that.
Yeah, that's why he's such a good match
Yeah,
for
well, that
John
makes
Jewett.
sense.
Yeah, so it's like you got super educated people teaching finally. And so it makes sense to people like us who went to college being taught by people who are college educated in a format we understand, rather than like, do this for your sweep, no forward, no the other forward. They're like, okay, ventrally flex this part of your abdominal region and dorsally do this and rotate up on the transverse plane 15 degrees. Makes it so much simpler if you're educated to know what they're talking about, because then there's none of this up down forward bullshit and he can of course break it down for anybody, but when he talks to me, he can talk to me in proper anatomy terms so I understand him. So he had me bring my feet closer together, and he had me look up he picked a point on the back wall for me to look at, and he changed where I was looking, and he changed where my heels were located, and made my legs look bigger, and it gave me lower lats. Like that was it. All I had to do is change where I looked in the room, and that
Right.
made my whole spine do what it was supposed to do. And it was so helpful. It's night and day difference on my rear double bi, my rear lat spread, and then my side chest. He just had me have a mnemonic as to where exactly I put my wrist on my hip, rather than me just bring it in somewhere arbitrarily. It had me pick a mnemonic for it, and it completely changed the side chest. And he actually said, I like the front double bi. I like the front lat spread. I like your variant ab and thigh. I like the most muscular. I like the side tricep. Like we didn't even have to fuck with those. And then it's just the quarter turns, because I don't really practice those. And those are the most important ones. People overlook that, me included, is if you don't succeed in your symmetry round, you don't make the top 5. So your mandatory poses don't matter, because you're already in the second call up before the judges even see you. But if you nail your symmetry round, you make the top 5.
Yeah, I need the quarter turn is something the judge told me I needed to work on. The guy, my friend that's a judge, he's like, people don't practice those enough. So I've been working on it. He gave me a couple tips on the quarter turns that seem to have helped. So I run through. I don't know what you do for posing practice, Ted, but I run through three rounds every night after I lift. That's what I've been doing right now.
I was doing 3 rounds arbitrarily throughout the week, and I talked to Roman, and he had me add them in post training 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. And Dan's philosophy is don't burn yourself out when you're trying to get the fat off by doing a lot of posing rounds, because you look like shit anyway. This is me paraphrasing. Dan wouldn't talk to someone like this, but it's like most of us don't like posing until we feel we look good, and then we start posing the shit out of us. But if you're at one of those people that procrastinates the fat loss and the posing, now you're trying to burn the candle at both ends. So it's better to get the fat off first, and then have 6 to 8 weeks where you look good enough to pose. And that's where you start working on your posing more. Obviously, nobody works on their routine because it's not worth anything, right? It's just to entertain an audience. Yeah. So, but I was going to, and so because of that, I've never learned all the fruity, I shouldn't say fruity, but like the fancy poses from the 70s and stuff that are so popular with classic. And maybe my physique looks really good when I do them right, but I don't really have mirrors in my house, so I can't really practice these poses very easily.
Yeah, I don't do any of that shit.
I have 8 or 9 basic poses, and that's it.
I do the. Oh, go ahead, Chase.
The last time I was practicing posing, I would go and find like a recording of, like, say, the New York Pro, and I would just turn it up, put headphones on, and just whatever the judges would call, I would just go through it, and then I'd repeat it like 5 times, but I would do it post training also, so that you were like tired going into it.
Always, yeah. I used to do it in the sauna too. We used to, like, the last few weeks before a show, I used to go in the sauna and pose in the sauna.
So I've got a sauna here, and I try to do vacuums in it sometimes, but it's like,
fucking
holy
horrible.
shit, it's so hard.
It's so horrible.
It's brutal. Yeah.
Or like
that's
if you're trying to make weight and you don't want to use a diuretic because you don't want to fuck up your look, then I would always put sweats on and put a garbage bag over my head, poke a hole for my head to fit through the garbage bag, and poke a hole in the arms, and then I would do the stair mill for like 40 minutes, and then I would go pose in the sauna wearing that apparatus and do my posing in the sauna until it got so hot I was going to throw up or faint, and then I would get out and then go do cardio as a break. So the stair mills is a break from, and so I can lose like 10 pounds in about 4 hours that way.
Yeah, it's crazy. The sauna, man, I just sit in that thing and my heart rate's like 140. It's crazy.
I remember in Atlanta in 2012 for nationals, somebody turned it up to 200 while I was in there. And I didn't know, and I'm in there posing, and I was listening to death metal on my headphones. This is before there were wireless headphones. Maybe there were wireless headphones, but I wasn't rich enough for them. And so I had the black cord, right? Yeah. The black cord touched my neck, and I thought someone burned me. It was so hot. The cords hit, and then I could hear my pulse so loud, I couldn't hear the death metal, and it was up all the way. I thought it turned off, and it was actually on. And it was so, I was in my ear. I'm like, I'm about to stroke out. So I walked out of the thing, and I found my girlfriend. She was like doing cardio, and I'm in the middle of the gym in this random place in downtown Atlanta. And she's like, strip, let me see it. And so I took off all my clothes on the gym floor, and I had my trunks on under the sweats. And I posed, and there was this huge puddle there. And then she's like, you're still fat, get back in there. And then she's like, I had to put the wet sweats back on and go back into the sauna.
Yeah. I usually get in my sauna for 20 minutes after I train lately, and it goes up to like 190. So I put it there, I hop in, but I also take my post-workout meal in there with me. So like I'll bring that in, I'll set it down, I'll like put my towels down and sit, and I'll give it like 5 minutes, and then I'll pick up my Tupperware, and my fork or spoon or whatever is so damn hot. I'm like, wow, I can't fucking eat. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but it's rough. Sauna's rough.
I wish we had a sauna at my gym. We don't, man. It sucks. My old gym had one. I remember talking about the headphones. I remember seeing a dude in there with his Bluetooth headphones on one time, and you got to be careful because the batteries overheat. I saw smoke start coming out of his headphones.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The battery can explode.
Right around like 17 minutes, my phone will shut off and say it's too hot. Yeah, it just shuts down.
I was driving to Pittsburgh for North American. I had to make weight. It was like the Tuesday, right? And you have early weigh-ins in North American. You have a Tuesday weigh-in, and my plan was wake up, put on sweats, put on a garbage bag, and get in the car and turn the heat up to the highest with the windows up in summer and drive down there, right? And so I was listening to like David Goggins, because like when you like you can't quit when you're listening to David Goggins. It's like impossible. So there's no pulling out when David Goggins is on. So it's like I'm driving along listening to David Goggins, and then the phone just says like terminal temperature reached, and like I had I was like, oh shit. So the phone, I'm like, I beat the phone. all right, that's cool. I can take more than the phone can take. So I pulled into this rest stop, and I took off the wet sweats, and I weighed myself on my scale. Of course, I bring my scale. I pull the scale out at the rest stop, stick it on the cement, and I step on the scale. I'm wearing a trunks and nothing else. And it's so weird. As I'm pretty much naked, stepping on the scale, a minivan pulls up next to me, like really close. And a guy gets out and opens up the back door, and there's a woman there, and she starts breastfeeding her baby with the door facing me. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you pull up next to me? Why wouldn't there's 100 empty spaces? And she's staring at me, and like the baby is like drinking milk from her, and I'm like, this is so awkward. I don't know which one of us is more appropriate here. And I'm like, of course it's me because I'm a man and we're always guilty of everything. But I was like, all right, I made weight. I'm like 174, and I was like, all right. So I put on a fresh pair of clothes and I walk into the rest stop, and a lot of people know the Ohio Turnpike, and like as I walk in, it's the air's so cold. As I was breathing the air, I felt like I was drinking water, and I felt guilty. Like I thought I was cheating on my water cut because of how cold the air was and how refreshing air felt. And this is such a funny memory. It only took like 4 hours to make weight that day using that technique. Just driving.
That sounds like a good way to die.
Well, it is a good way to die because you died trying to make weight. That's an honorable death.
Honorable death.
Should add to the fertility protocol to listen to David Goggins while you're banging, so that
Because you can't pull out. That's not what I meant, but I know that's how you guys are doing it. Oh, before I forget, Colin, guess what I'm watching right now?
God, I'm all fucked up today. Can you all hear me?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, guess what? I didn't know this, but there are not 2, but 5 seasons of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh hell yeah!
I love
that show.
Because Disney Plus added all of Hulu to Disney. Now it populated on my. You might like this. I'm like, of course I fucking will.
Have any of you guys watched Dark Matter?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite sci-fi shows.
They're only on 3 episodes in so far.
I'm not familiar. Is that Netflix?
On Apple TV?
Apple TV.
It's really good.
I were just talking the other night about how all the good shows seem to be on Apple TV.
It's a really good sci-fi one. Really,
it's several years old.
Thanks, man.
Unless they remade it. It's the Sci-Fi Channel one from about 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's new.
It's Dark Matter is great.
Oh.
No, it was a book. It was a book. So
there was a sci-fi thing about people on a ship, and there's number 6 pods, and they have no memory, and they wake up. That was on Sci-Fi Channel about 10 years ago.
I'll just say it's like about alternate dimensions and stuff.
I have it on. I watched the first 2 episodes. I need to go back and finish it up. I got sidetracked with other things.
That's my type of thing. It sounds like Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orci or whatever wrote it. They seem to write everything with alternate dimensions.
It's pretty good.
Marty asked Chase if he talked about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing, naming the best part about it.
The naming is the best part about it. Have I talked? I mean, I guess I didn't do a live stream last Sunday because it was Mother's Day. So I was at home all day. But I mean, like, I think I've talked about it in some of my videos where it was like I was doing, before I started the generics, I had like a good month of doing every other day of Violacerastim because I was scared when I was going to switch over to 20 IUs of generics that if I was doing it daily right off the bat, I was going to get terrible edema. So I wanted to go into it doing 20 IUs every other day just so that it was like an even swap from Serostim to 20 generics. And the moment that I did that, it was so weird because I felt like I was deflating. It felt like I had just stopped growth hormone. What just happened?
I don't know.
Maybe a StreamYard issue.
I think StreamYard farted.
Oh, Todd's gone.
We lost Todd.
So I switched from every other day Serostim to every other day generics. Lost 8 pounds in the first week, and that was like 3 days. I was doing, what was it? So I was doing every other day. I did 2 days where I did every other day, and I had lost like 5 pounds at that point. So it's like, okay, fuck this. So I did daily 20 IUs, and I kept dropping weight. I got down to like 262, 263. So I was like, okay, I need to eat because I don't want to shrink. That's not the point of this. So I brought my carbs up, started eating more, started adding salt to more food, and brought my weight back up to 270 and like held 270 for like a week. And then I switched back to Serostim, 18 IUs every single day, and my weight started going back up. Right now I'm at 278, and it feels like I'm on growth hormone again. And like, because it was so weird, because the whole time I was on generics, like my arm didn't go numb. I didn't have like arm pumps in the morning. Like, I don't know. When I'm on 18 IUs at Serostim, I wake up and like my traps are pumped, my delts are pumped, my arms are pumped, and it's just such a different thing. Like it just puts water into the muscle and makes everything just rounder and fuller. And yeah, so it's like when I was using the generics, I felt like I wasn't on any growth hormone at all, and then I went back to Serostim and got all my weight back and then some, and things are starting to look better than they were.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had
that's
the
kind of where I'm at with it.
I had the same experience when I just switched to the Serostims a week ago. I wasn't getting numb hands or any of that stuff on the 15 units of the generics, and then back on 9 units of Serostim, I make my hands. I can't even feel my hands when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, yesterday my right hand was going numb when I was like, because like I'll lay in bed and I'll like be on my phone for a minute, and when I'm on Serostim, usually there'll be a point where my hand starts to go numb. I'm like, all right, let's go to sleep. But the generics, like, it was so annoying because I was expecting to see all the side effects, and I literally got 0 side effects, and I started dropping weight, and I'm like, am I even on anything at this point? And then I went and I got my blood work done, and my serum growth hormone levels was 58 on generics, taking the 20 IUs 2 hours before my blood work. But my IGF-1, like I've talked about this a lot, it's always like around 200, regardless of what dose of anything that I've been taking. My IGF-1 came back on the generics at an 80, and I've never seen it that low in my life. And I was like, well, that's something different. Because it's always been like 200, 220, somewhere around there, whether I was using a lower dose of growth hormone or the 18 IUs of growth of Serostim. So anyways, like the whole thing of this is coming to an end on Monday. I'm going to get blood work. I haven't done like a direct like IM dealt shot of 18 IUs of Serostim and then gone and got serum tests done. So I'll do that Monday and check out a couple other things, and then I'm going to go into a cruise and chill for a cruise of 1,000 tests and still 18 IUs of growth hormone. Like, that's not changing. We're going to go into a cruise and just chill for like 4 to 6 weeks, and then test out some EQ.
It's a bodybuilding cruise.
Yeah.
The safer use model.
Aren't we bodybuilding? What the fuck?
the Chase Iron's almost safer use model.
Chase Iron's excessive use model.
Hey, I mean, I got my blood work done. I mean, everything looked like I technically could keep going. The only thing is I haven't been taking my astragalus. Like, I ran out like last year. Like, I took a break last year from December, like starting in December, and like I ran out, I think in like, it was like, I don't know, November or October or something. I never bought any more, stupidly.
I'm telling Dante.
Yeah, stupidly. Didn't buy anymore. It makes a huge difference. Like all last year, like my GFR was fine on cystatin C and creatinine. And so I've been doing it this year without it, and my cystatin CGFR is in the 70s, and I'm kind of like, well, shit. so that's why I'm backing off and loading up like crazy on the astragalus, and just want to see that number go back where it was in the 90s or higher.
I never did know what astragalus was. I thought it was for blood pressure. It's for kidney health.
Kidneys, yeah.
Does anyone know how does
I think
work?
it helps with blood pressure too. Yeah.
I believe, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but it does something. Doesn't it dilate the nephron?
There's a pre-glomerular smooth muscle tissue. It probably relaxes the pre-glomerular smooth muscle tissue, which would increase glomerular perfusion, which would increase filtration.
That's
probably how it works.
Is this prejudging for open?
212, I think.
Is that 212 or is that an open guy?
That might be an open guy.
He looks tall. He looks big.
I don't think you can show that for that long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's backwards.
So, did you pay for the
YN Pro?
Did you?
YN
did you?
old.
Did you? Did you?
Oh yeah, this is open, isn't it? Yeah, this.
Yeah,
is
but
open.
did you? What's the proper term? Did you
pay?
pay for
No,
the
I
live
didn't
stream?
pay. No, somebody's streaming this on YouTube.
Okay. So you're bootlegging it, huh?
So, I mean, yeah. I figured we would probably be on this while it was on, so I was like, I'm not going to pay for it.
There you go. Conclusion. The study suggests that astragalus root slowed CKD progression, possibly through suppression of oxidative stress in the renin-angiotensin aldosterone system.
Yeah.
So it works like Thomasartan.
It
In a
seems
way.
that way. I thought it had something to do with the nephron and the. I could be wrong. Somebody said that Dante had a big thing about it. I tried talking.
He's got a post about it, yeah.
I tried talking Dante into coming on all the time. He always tells me no.
Joshua
One of
Perry.
these days.
Joshua Perry says, here's an interesting fact. If you are on dialysis and take astragalus, you are disqualified from receiving a kidney transplant.
Wow, I wonder if that has anything to do with insurance companies.
That's interesting. Why would they do that?
It just reminds
That's
me
a way-
of like how they won't sign off on you like getting any sort of like actual help until you've gone through like a bunch of bullshit physical therapy, you know, for something that like is just fucked.
Yeah.
But they won't.
Well,
they
because
won't
they
pay
want
for
you
it.
to fail. They want to make it as hard for you as possible, so you won't go through with it.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay out. It's
They're
just
not
business.
incentivized to pay out.
Here, I'll
Yeah, they're
put a
de-incentivized.
This other thing I'm reading here says it improves blood flow to the kidney.
here. I
Right,
put a
which-
link of what I'm watching on YouTube, so you guys can put it in your background.
Okay.
It looks
cool.
like Tony Alberton's up right now.
Oh hell yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
him. Yeah, he looks good.
Let's comment on it without showing it like Fuad used to.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we have to be careful. They'll take us down for.
Yeah, whew. He looks crazy.
Yeah,
And that's through this filtered 42380 or whatever it is. Like this is not 1080p, and it still looks great.
Michael Haas Fitzgerald.
House.
So
It looks like he's
house.
big as a house.
He looks big.
Look at those chests.
Good lord.
Thank you for the live podcast. I'm here at the show, listening to the live stream, being here, having seen a few pros. This is my prediction. Nick 1, Tonio
Yeah, Martin just came
2,
out. Oh, he
3,
looks.
Martin 4,
Martin looks way less impressive than Tonio. Wow.
Stewart 5.
Martin looks good as fuck though.
He looks good. No, he looks great. But like Tonio just got off stage, and
I know, it's
that
just-
was really impressive.
The last thing you want to
Blurry
do
ass
is
stream. It's
have
hard to
Martin
tell.
hear this.
No, Martin looks great.
Yeah.
You look great.
No, but we forget that this isn't like Taylor Swift and Beyonce. These are dudes that we actually see.
That's,
And I made that mistake a couple times where I said some shit about somebody's glutes being saggy, and then I'm 5 feet away from him the next week, and I'm like, God damn it, I can't even walk up to him and say hi for fear that he actually heard what I said. Yeah.
Oh shit! What
So I got-
happened?
Well, I definitely learned that from talking to Wesley, he listens to us. So,
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, I got to watch what I say about classic physique now because I like Wesley.
so Wesley, if you're listening to us,
Oh, what happened to the stream? He's
no, there it is. It's back.
oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I mean, like I can't. It's so blurry. I can't tell the conditioning. I'm surprised that this hasn't gotten blocked.
I'm surprised too. I mean, yeah, it's not super crisp, but it's a live stream of a live stream.
I will see if I can get some. Check this out from the 212. This is. Hopefully, this doesn't get me in trouble. This is on Instagram. This talk about some fucking conditioning. Look at this dude. I don't know this guy.
Wow,
Whoa!
it's insane.
Wait until he turns around.
Oh man! Oh wait. Is he gonna?
Watch this.
Whoa! Look at his butt! Holy
Yeah.
shit! What?
Holy cow!
Look at this conditioning.
Jeez.
That's what I call like a 9.5 out of 10 conditioning.
Yeah, that's
That-
pretty wild.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah,
That's
You don't
pretty
see that
Look
shit.
at those glutes!
Holy
Holy
cow.
shit! Holy shit!
that's wild.
Oh, is that what's his name?
Really
Dennis
impressive.
Farnsworth?
No.
Derek
I don't know.
Farnsworth?
His at is Ole Krivy.
No,
Ole.
it's sure as fuck not Derek.
Dude.
That guy's
You-
big as fuck too.
Yeah, he
One
looks
of our
ridiculous.
audience members said he's from Ukraine.
Yeah, that's sick.
Here's men's physique if we care.
No.
I love the back Harley pose. Motorcycle pose.
Motorcycle pose.
Back Harley
I found out that that's because of a poor internal rotation.
That's the dick that stole my gummy bears. I'll never forget about that.
Yeah, Paul says that every time he sees this guy. Was that Sons of Trenarchy? Sorry, it had to be done. I can't.
Sons
help
of
myself.
Trinarchy.
I'm sick, so you have to laugh at my puns today. Okay.
Here's the.
I haven't met any men's
12.
physique guys, so I don't care. I'll make fun of them.
Who's
Yeah,
the-
I did a pro am show, and I won't say his name, but he took my gummy bears out of my bag and ate all of them.
Wow.
He left my bag open.
Jesus. That's
That
extreme.
sucks.
It's one thing
like-
if you leave him sitting out on a chair, but like he actually went into your property. That's
Yeah.
They were well. I left the bag open. He said in my defense, you left your bag open.
what?
Wow, what a jerk.
Wow. I don't think
No, we
that's-
talked about it later. He was cool. It was cool.
That's not okay, man.
Well, Paul didn't think it was okay at the time. If
I did
memory
not like it
serves.
at the time.
I bet.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you fucking bitch? I was supposed to win this show, and now I didn't have my gummy bears,
I got
and
no
now I'm
pump.
not going to."
I would tell you from having done a pro am show.
Flat as
And
fuck.
men's physique guys, the pro am shows, the pros, they're treated as like dog shit backstage. I had one guy ask me to hold his phone and film him while he was going out on stage, and I'm like, bro, I'm getting ready to go on stage, man. I'm trying to pump up and shit. I'm not holding your fucking phone.
That's crazy.
He's like, come on, man. He's like, hold it, you'll be fine. I'm like, no.
Your mic is
I think Paul, your mic has a volume limiter on it, like it doesn't pick up stuff that's real quiet. So if you talk too quiet, it's like
It might be the
I think that's what it is.
settings. My dog was barking.
Yeah, I
like
think it's just that
a low pass filter or something.
it thinks the dog is the host and that Paul is the background host.
How about now? Is that better?
No, yeah,
it's
I mean,
quiet.
I think it's good as long as you're speaking up. Can hear your dog.
God,
good.
yeah, my dog's
Yeah, all I
barking
hear-
at.
dog
This
makes some
dog.
good points. He makes some valid points.
You want to know what he's barking at?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, Quentin's on
He's-
stage now.
He's
Yep.
looking at his. He's looking at his reflection in the mirror of the back.
what's up, Brian?
What's
Dave.
up, Ryan?
What's up,
What's
guys?
going on?
What up? This guy's waist is so small.
Yeah, man, that looks like a very uncomfortable execution right there.
Yeah, he mentioned to Fuad that his posing struggles because of Clen.
This kind of sucks not being able to share.
He
this,
just gets like the shakes and stuff.
why not just not use clen
I know.
when you're competing?
I don't know. Don't know.
I never understood why guys run it all the way into the show. Like,
Right.
what's the point?
Like
They're
you're
afraid
done.
that
You're
they're-
lean. You're lean enough. What are you doing?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You could cut it in half at the very least. I mean,
Yeah,
the reason why it's causing shakes is because it stimulates the muscle tissue directly, and that you attenuate from that. So, is it Martin again? Hell yeah, we got 2 Martin.
What is happening?
What's happening?
I was like, why is
look
Martin
in the-
coming out again?
Oh,
Why is did he just wink?
he maybe.
Wait,
So this is
Why
some
is
good
Martin?
ass posing.
why is Martin coming out again? What's going
You know,
on? here?
he flows better than most white guys flow. That's for sure.
I thought Martin
Is
came
that-
out right after Tonio.
Is that okay to say an offhanded comment against white people since I'm white?
Yeah, I think
You
you're
have to
allowed.
ask Todd.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
not
I-
on the podcast, but in general, yeah, I think you're
Okay.
allowed to disparage members of your own race. I think that's allowed.
Especially if they're white.
Punching up.
JK made a comment saying
Yeah,
Chase,
you're only allowed
Chase
to
is
go after
Boston
other races if
2.0.
you're really good doing accents.
I really am going to be Boston 2.0.
Oh, I am?
Considering
Good.
I just bought some of his 3cc juice.
What is that? The hyaluronic acid or some shit?
I think it's just straight synthol. I don't know what it is. His Formula 3, whatever it is.
I got some. I don't know what I think of it, man. It's like a temporary. It's like for a day or two. You
See, that sounds like hyaluronic acid to me because
then
that's
it
all
goes
that I
away.
got from it. I always got it just a really good pump from it, and like after a couple days it fades.
You know,
Funny.
That out loud.
Emperor,
Funny sheaf.
pull your hood up. Pull your hood up. It's like nobody wants to see your mace window ruined ass.
Todd, that's the pot calling the kettle wrinkly there. Come on now.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Oh, that's why you don't want to go bald. You look like the fucking emperor.
Yeah.
But the
Well, but the face is already catching up. I mean,
Emperor,
this is-
guys, Emperor Scalpatine. Okay.
Scalpatine.
I like that. Yeah. Oh man. We got
You know,
Martin again.
I
Why
would
is
never
Martin
make
going
fun
up
of
so
you
much?
if I didn't love you, Todd.
That's okay. Everyone does.
Yeah, but not everyone's clever.
No, that's true.
Somebody said I'm like 50% quieter than everybody else. Is that the case?
Well, I think you turned it down
Yeah.
just a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit,
Oh, yeah.
but
I,
we can
I
still
can
hear you
always
pretty
hear
good.
you.
I mean, no one's quieter than Ryan. If we didn't see him, we wouldn't know he was there.
That's not true. Every once in a while, Ryan comes out and drops 10 fucking brilliant nuggets in a row.
He observes.
Yeah, he's like a sniper.
Yeah.
He's like, who's full of shit?
Wisdom sniper. What is going on with this live feed? It just keeps dying.
I don't know. It keeps going in and out, and I don't know.
I mean, considering you're not paying for it.
No, but
Can't complain.
I'm worried.
Can't
I'm
complain.
worried. What is with the NASCAR background too?
I
Like, for
know.
fuck's sake,
Oh, is that Dorian Haywood?
I gotta call my promoters and find out which ones of them are gonna have a good background. Because, like, I was gonna do the Chicago, but I have a feeling it's gonna be like a NASCAR thing in the background. And remember how like the Chicago Pro is usually orange, and you're tan, so you're gonna look like shit at the Chicago Pro. It seems like, and Tampa's usually really colorful too. I know Texas uses black. They don't fuck around. Like Fuad doesn't fuck around. I have a feeling Lenda won't fuck around with Atlanta and have some like LED display. At least this isn't an LED display. At least this is just a tarp. But the LED display fucks with the cameras rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing's worse than the LED display in the background, especially if all colors to pick orange or red. It's just like murdering the people's physique.
Do you think Dorian is yelling "boom" when he hits his poses still? I remember watching him. What was it? It was like when Nick Walker competed against him. They were standing next to each other, and he was just like, when he would hit his pose, he'd be like, "Boom!" And Nick like looks at him like, "What the fuck?"
You know what's ridiculous about this live stream? whoever the cameraman is so worried about having the New York Pro and all the sponsors in the picture. They got half the dude's legs cut off.
I don't know.
Yep.
That could be the streamer zooming in a little bit more to make it not. Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
No. You should be focused on the athlete, not on the bullshit in the background.
My thought is maybe the streamer has it zoomed in a little to cut off
Whoa.
some of it so that they can be like, no, this isn't the New York Pro. He's not streaming it. You can't even see the calves. Who's this guy?
I don't know, but he almost fell over.
Yeah. I did that when I was practicing posing last night. I kind of lost my balance on. You get yourself contorted up into some weird positions. Sometimes it's hard to keep your balance.
Got no base when you're hitting the side chest pose, right?
Yeah,
Is Kurt coming on today? I'm guessing not. If he's not on by now,
I guess not. Why? I think he has
Is someone
baseball.
asking.
okay.
Like,
yeah. Someone was asking in the comments if Kurt was coming on. I hadn't heard from him, so
AJ was supposed to come on, but I don't know if he forgot or not.
yeah, I was expecting.
did you message him?
Yeah.
This guy's got a big chest. What the fuck?
Who's that guy?
Yeah. I thought it was Antoine at first.
Oh,
but
that's what's his name? God damn it.
Stanimal?
No, he's
No.
the
Viking.
European guy, the Viking guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he looks like it.
Yeah.
Straight out of Kattegat.
Looks
All
like
right,
a lot of
that
these guys are
was
in pretty
not
good
a
shape.
good execution on that. But the rest of these are pretty good.
I always struggle with that rear double bicep pose. It's just so
Yeah,
hard to hit.
it's a tough one.
Oh yeah, that's Josef Kveton. I think he's Czech.
I think
yeah.
specifically in that, if he had spread his scapula apart rather than pinching them together, it would have helped. I love like the
How
people
many
who watch
people are here?
a lot.
Jeez.
Apparently, it's like 15 people.
I know they just keep
Wow,
coming.
someone forgot the armpits on that spray tan.
Who is this? Who's this guy?
We probably have
That's a
deodorant on.
good front lat spread. Fuck,
Yeah, that's good.
that was a great, and there is no gap, none.
That's why I always get discouraged with is like I do a front lat spread. I'm like, fuck, I need to like pull my hands up higher to hide those gaps. This guy's got a big back.
Yeah,
Yeah, this guy's lean too.
lots of obliques too.
Yeah.
See, like he's gonna spread that shit up. Yep, he spread it. There you go. Completely different than the last rear double by. Oh, here we go.
Looks like guys showed up for this one.
And he had to arch it back. No, he's looking down. See, that's what if I would have been told to look at the top of the N, and that would have completely caused the spine to contract. It would have looked a lot better.
Can guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now we can.
I've been hearing you the whole time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, just the audience is saying you're like a little quieter than everybody else.
I think it's because we're all just so loud.
It's just your deep voice.
My cleaning ladies were here yesterday. It's like they always dust the knobs on my mixer. And I don't know if
Do you pay them extra to dust your knobs?
To
Or?
dust your knob.
it costs $50 extra to dust your knob.
That's
That's
it.
not bad.
I would pay them to not dust my knob.
In this
Is that
economy,
Justin? That's
This
Justin. Huh?
economy.
Justin's delts look amazing.
Somebody asked me
Oh,
about the
Justin.
Justin's midsection.
I
Yeah,
mean,
whatever
that'd be-
happened, it's been like that the whole time.
it's just
he's
gotten.
never had a
It's,
good midsection.
it's just
It
gotten.
looks like he's got some diastasis. I can't say
Diastasis recti,
it.
yeah.
but his delts are so impressive. He looks a lot drier than he did at Detroit.
Yeah, I mean,
His lats look great.
He's.
His
I mean,
glutes
yeah,
look good.
he looks lean and dry, but it's just from the front. It's just rough to look at.
So he's with Stefan right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think he looks drier than he was when he was with Alex? I mean, AJ?
Well, I mean, I think his. I mean, didn't he win his show when he was with AJ? Like, wasn't his best look with AJ?
When he was third at the Arnold in 2022, I thought that was his best look.
I think when he was with AJ, that's like the last time that I remember his waist looking good.
Right. That I agree to that. It's just the question was he as grainy with
know.
AJ?
I mean, I
don't
really. I mean, I write him off when I see him because I'm just like,
right, because he's
is the waist there? No, looks like he looks like a fucking.
This guy looks balanced.
Tortilla chip.
The automatic.
It's just he's a big upside down pyramid. Like it's like fuck.
I turned the automatic volume adjuster off on my app. Does that sound better?
Yeah,
it does actually. I think that's what was happening.
And then Colin comes in super loud.
Yeah, it was great. All people are all the time telling me I need to be quieter. I'll be going for like a walk through a scenic meadow with my wife, and like I'm like yelling about politics or something. And my wife's like, "Can you bring it down to like a more normal level?" We're at the
Funny
gym.
when he comes to the gym, and like if somebody angers him in traffic, he'll start telling me about it, and the voice starts rising and rising. And I'm like, bro, like people are looking at us from the other side of the gym.
Keep it down. I'm so unaware. I'm like, I just need to get my rage out.
It's funny, even when you're angry, you're still not scary.
Thanks. I guess.
I scare people.
You
just
look mean when
existing.
you're just fucking grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I'm envious of how many like near malaise you get into just going through your everyday life. Nobody ever
Stu.
starts shit with me.
Stu's out here.
Hey.
Stu.
Stu's
said I
vacuum looks
still
good as
sound
fuck.
like I'm quiet. I don't know what to do.
What are we all looking at?
We're watching the New York Pro.
Oh shit, that's on at the moment.
I put a link in
the group chat.
Yeah, in
the chat?
Instagram.
Oh, I saw that. I was wondering what that link was. I'll pull it up.
Just porn. Don't click it.
It took me a minute to figure that out too. And then I was like, "What are you guys commenting?"
That's the meat swing. Don't click it.
That's a good red double. Stu's doing a great job here.
So what do I miss, guys?
Well, they're just doing their
everything.
individual.
Rear lat spread looks great.
Not-
They're in their
So
45-second
been
routines right
watching
now.
We've been watching
Yeah.
New York Pro the whole episode today.
Fuck it. Might as
Yep.
well.
Stu's posing is fucking awesome. So far, the best posing is Stu and Martin, I think. I didn't see Nick, though.
Yeah, Stu really dug this.
Well, Nick will be
Really
last,
played
right?
the
Because
size
Walker, right? One of
Oh,
you?
good. Fuck yeah. Well, that guy came on and said that Walker won already. So I was like, remember the guy whose chest looked like it was a zip code?
Well,
He had a high for
well,
one
we
chance.
all know
That's
Nick
what
has
he-
already
here's
won.
Nick.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Nick's for sure
God
already won.
Damn.
Yeah, he's
It's like
crazy.
4K. It's like
it got clear. His poor legs, though. I mean, like being like honest about him, his legs are just not big enough.
They're
Like-
weird.
I mean, they're like 40 inches. But
I mean, they're
that's
great.
the point.
You put them on anybody else's upper body, yeah, they're great. But
I think
on
his
his
waist
upper body,
kind of-
with paired up with his, it just doesn't match.
also his waist kind of
And it's only from the front.
impressiveness of his legs. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's his waist, because it's blocky from the front shots, I think. So it makes the legs look smaller. when they actually
Wow.
are.
Wow, that is a good rear double buy.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
good.
he's
Look at
That was
everybody's
like Phil
comments.
Feel that spread.
Everybody's
Phil-
like, "Holy shit, he's the winner for sure." Look at all the comments.
Phil Heath.
I mean, he's nutty.
double
He's
buy.
not opening his right side much. He opened his left side good, but his right side wasn't that open.
I saw that. Yeah.
I
Nicholas,
personally
can you
would
pull your
definitely.
mic a little closer, people, so they can't hear you?
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
I mean, like that's a great shot for him.
He just needs more sweep. That's it. And he's got everything else in his legs.
Well, they've been saying that though for like 3 years. He can't. I mean,
Crazy how different he looks just from the guest posing.
I know one
peak.
week out and like it because that's what I said when I saw it was like I wonder if he always looks like this at 1 week out because I was kind of like I'm like yeah I know it's a guest posing I know he's not peaking for a guest pose of course but it's like wow do things change that much and clearly they do
Probably
like they change a lot.
How much
Diuretic
would
would've
you
been
pay
like
to be
4
this
mils.
guy?
He would have been 4 meals deep with the guest posing.
Right?
It's not
Yeah,
like
he's,
they won.
They didn't do nothing.
when they were
They,
guest posing.
they didn't change nothing for that. That was just a
Right.
regular day.
it was just another day. Yeah, gallon of water, 2 gallons of water in, and
It was like
5
2 gallons
meals
of water, 5 meals. He didn't give a fuck.
in.
He's
As you
blitzing,
shouldn't.
this guy.
I mean, you know, it's not He's just,
God, that back looked good. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, who is he?
I would be upset though.
Like a,
To follow Nick
Amazing.
Walker looking that good? Yeah.
Yeah.
good ab and thigh.
His abs are amazing.
He's got
They
good
are.
abs.
They're very symmetrical.
Yeah, if he didn't have that little
They
bit of
kinda look like-
hysterectomy.
They kind of look like
Yeah.
Phil Heath's.
Yeah, it did. Hey, did a little bit.
Says
Phil Heath's abs.
Even with the diastasis recti, like
From Poland.
like Todd pointed out.
That was
All right,
good
bring out the
guys.
lineup.
There's only 2 guys that weren't very conditioned, but Nick was so much sharper than everyone else. Holy fuck!
Yeah, there's a lot of good-looking.
Christian
Competitors here.
Volsky.
So I mean, okay, so presentation, Nick, and then conditioning, Nick, size, Nick. I mean, there's some people who are as good as posing at Nick, but I mean, nobody had Nick beat on anything. So I don't see how he couldn't win.
I mean, yeah. Like that's the only thing he's really got against him is his waist from the front is a little wide, and his legs from the front are a little.
And
small.
then Quinton's posing was so bad compared to Martin's. I think Martin got second.
A lot of people think Tonio is going to get second.
I didn't
Quinton's
really
got
see
such a
enough
nice
of Tony.
physique.
Yeah, he's right here.
Quinton's got a nice physique.
Oh wow, they're
Just
putting
needs to
him right
present it
out
better.
there. Oh,
I
and
think-
Stu's
well,
up there.
I think-
Oh, they're doing
I- I-
call-outs.
No, this is quarter. This is symmetry, isn't it? Oh no, you're right. This is the call out.
First call out.
There's that
Yeah.
stupid chandelier again. Remember last year they had the lights around the chandelier and it fucked up the lighting in the middle of the stage.
So yeah, Tonio next to Nick. Stu's next to
Martin.
Nick. That's pretty cool.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought Martin would be in second.
Ooh, all right.
Quentin didn't even make top 6. Didn't know.
Wow.
Shit.
Stu's up there.
I expected Stu to be up there. Those middle 4 are the 4 best. I thought. Yeah.
Why are those guys on the outside though? I don't know.
Why is there a 5 and 6 on the stage? You mean?
Well, I just mean, do they? Yeah, I guess that guy was the last dude that came out all the way on the right.
Right. He was good.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
What are they doing?
He just
he's
turned
doing
off.
he's doing some advertising.
Entrenador.
guys, follow, subscribe.
Well, I'm gonna be pissed at you for why didn't you do this earlier?
Follow,
Yeah, it was just
comment,
fucking-
subscribe to even also.
Oh man,
Hang on, I got.
what a tease!
What a dick!
The- the
Bring
co-
it
the
back.
Comments. Bra leaked himself.
Well, we saw what the top 4.
In the live chat, they're gonna be like,
Okay,
Someone said
Yeah.
Ivan bodybuilding is the worst.
dude.
"What the hell?" There's 1.4K
You
people
whacked it.
watching, and
You're
he
a whack
shuts
dude.
it off. What happened?
Or he might have gotten shut up.
No, he's still streaming.
Yeah, now he's going back into it. Hell yeah!
There he goes. Now he's going.
Way to go,
What the
Ivan.
hell? What was that?
Before,
He just
Funny
cut
if I
off
had,
all
like,
the shit.
porn
He
tab.
could rewind it too. Well, rewind it, motherfucker.
All right.
Here we go. Stu nailed it.
Martin's quads. Are amazing.
Stu wins that pose. Fuck.
Yeah, Stu
Oh, he
definitely
paused
wins
it. Oh no, he didn't.
Stu won that pose.
that. In terms of like overall like complete package, Stu definitely has it. Like his legs are better than like I mean Martin's legs are good, but they just don't
Nick
have
won
quite as
that
many lines
pose.
as Stu's.
You notice that Nick doesn't get the tan on his face.
Yeah.
I hate
did
that.
notice
I
that.
hate that look. Like it's a
Why don't-
Japanese play.
Why do they do that?
Nick Kabuki Walker.
All right. It looks like I'm gonna guess they have Nick first, and now they're comparing Martin and
Martin
Stu.
and Stu. That's possible.
I think honestly, I think Stu deserves it so far. Like, I think overall complete package wise, he's just got more lines. His lat insertions are better, so it's
Yeah,
making
look-
his like front lat spread look more impressive.
I wouldn't be
Yes.
upset if Stu won, but I think it's gonna be Nick, Stu, Martin, Tonio.
yeah.
Quentin's
I think
posing
that
was
too.
so bad. I can understand why he wasn't in the top 6.
It's
and
a
that makes
shame
me
because
sad to
Quentin's
say
got
that.
such because he's got
Good
such a nice
physique.
physique. Yeah,
Stu looks really good.
10 IU Stu, killing it up against God knows what Nick's running.
I think Nick's running like hopes and dreams and Flintstones vitamins. Maybe.
Probably.
Antonio's
Yeah.
back is great.
It looks really
Antonio's
good.
great.
Nick's
That-
lat spread looked good there,
It
though.
was washed out. I think his head was down. I think if he picked his head up, it would have looked better. Oh man, Martin's killing that
Oh.
pose.
That's impressive. That side tricep from Martin. But ab and thigh now. Stu's got
Is this what like watching a
Oh.
football game is with the guys?
Actually-
if you actually give a fuck
actually,
about football,
Martin's ab and thigh is better here.
Stu
ab
wins
and thigh is
that
better.
ab and thigh. No, because
Oh,
they
he does,
both they've got obliques and Stu doesn't. So his pose
I
looks
wonder if I
better.
just show it just real quick if it'll get us.
No, don't do it.
Did I make
do
an
it.
end zone?
I make it. It's like a diaper joke, is what it sounds.
Did
like.
I make an end zone?
Said Biden. Biden impersonation.
Oh boy, that'll get us canceled before.
Yeah,
everything else.
we're getting political, Paul.
You can't do that.
There's a lot of political stuff on YouTube. Trust me. That's all.
There are, but what's crazy
Bench-
is like huge channels can talk about it, but the minute a small channel does, they'll shut your
Well,
ass down.
we're already talking about steroids, and you venture into politics, and it's the two don't mix.
All right, fine.
I'm apolitical.
Oh boy!
I never believe people.
All right,
Kim Budushin looks good. I don't know how he did so bad though. Well, I guess he's going to get 7th. It's not that bad. He must be my height or something.
AJ said he'd be on in a few minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Good.
awesome.
He wanted to finish watching this before he jumped on, apparently.
we can ask him what is going on with Justin Rodriguez.
Well, he's not coaching him right now. It's Stefan is.
I know, but he has experience with him, so maybe he can be like, "Yeah, he holds a lot of water in his guts."
He did talk about Justin.
Oh, did he?
When he was on my,
Yeah, he said
I
he
did the
gets quite
interview with
watery,
him.
didn't he?
he said he's a water balloon.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
literally.
explains it.
And that the playbook goes out the window with him, and he's his own animal.
Yep.
So you don't use him as a barometer for what AJ normally does.
Well, I
That's
mean,
me
it's just,
paraphrasing.
like he did. Like I said, I the last time I thought Justin looked good, or I was impressed, was when AJ picked him.
Oh, yeah. All those rear doubles look pretty good.
AJ gets everybody peaked. Matty C says 50 IU Nick.
You know, there is somebody who's there's a
Using 50 are you?
yeah there's a thread on Professional Muscle where there's this guy. He's 280, just got a DEXA scan at 6% body fat, and he was like, he's on 50 IUs of generics, and I can't remember what his cycle was, but
So 20 pound of that weight is probably just water retention.
I mean, he posted pics like he's sure water retention that's in the muscle, but still, it's like
Yeah.
80%.
it's like
of
fake
muscle is
tits,
water.
you know. You can feel it; it's real.
Yeah.
It's there. But yeah, I mean, he looked really good. But yeah, he was on 50 IUs of generics. It's like,
I mean, what is it? Like
Ooh.
only 20% of the muscle
That's
is actual
expensive.
protein structures anyway.
Yeah,
The rest is
exactly. Yeah.
fluid.
Well, that's it. Yeah. But
Budushin just
the
pushed
drugs
everyone
cause a
out.
super compensation. I'd say with like a completely sourced up bodybuilder, we're probably looking a little bit higher in terms of the water percentage of muscle.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
God
yeah,
bless
like
him.
drug free, like 70% water pretty much.
That's supposed to be most of the size increase from steroids. It's just water retention in the muscle.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Is Dorian Haywood not up there?
This is second call out, so
Yeah, that would suck to be in the third.
Who's purple trunks? I didn't get to see him from the front.
That's Quentin.
Purple? That's Quentin. Yeah.
Oh, it's Quentin. Oh, and he's got a
how
wasp
tall is
waist.
he?
His waist is
It's a
tiny.
bummer we can't
He-
have this up for the audience.
He must be must be 6'2".
the Arnold, they didn't care. They put the stream up for free.
It sucks.
Right.
I feel like this is like the least interactive way of discussing this possible.
Actually, but okay, so there was plenty of times that Fuad would do what we're doing right now, and he had more views than the actual live stream.
That's crazy.
Because most people can't even understand what they're looking at anyway. So
Yeah.
us commentating is more useful to them. It's like if someone was to, like in 1940s when they had radio guys talking about a baseball game, I can follow the radio thing, but if I watched the baseball game, it'd be too boring.
I mean, this guy's got 1.1K watching his.
And we probably have more than that watching this, right? So
Inception, a stream within a stream.
I wouldn't say that. How many are in here? We got 110 watching.
I'm way
Was
off.
that-
Okay.
So we're like
Was that
10.
second?
We're a 10th.
Was that
40
second or
across
third
all
call outs?
platforms.
That was second call out. So
Who's in? Oh, that's why we thought Martin kept going up and up and up. Everyone looks like Martin.
Everybody's
Dorian Haywood. That's
No,
they're just-
Dorian Haywood. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, as a cameraman, a guy that likes camera stuff, these camera angles sucks. Like they get the.
Yeah.
They get
I think
half
that's
the picture.
I think that's definitely the streamer,
Maybe,
not the
why
cameraman.
fuck would you have?
Oh
the-
really? Oh okay.
Yeah,
was gonna say
when he's
cameraman.
when he's taking it out of full screen and you can see the small window, you can see head to toe.
Oh okay.
He's just got it zoomed in.
Man, did you guys see how low Dorian had to take his food dis prep? It was pretty nutty. He was on like 1,700 calories.
Yeah, you
Wow.
can see it in his
Yeah,
legs.
he's a big guy too. I mean,
His quad sweep's
calories
gone.
go up to-
It's gone. His legs look
yeah.
like
I'm
mine.
I'm over here
Yeah,
on my
we
low
died.
days, 3,200.
That's what my legs look like right now. They're
I think
fucking
he's
terrible.
definitely overdieted. Something with this.
Dorian's not gonna watch this.
My low day is 2,400 right now. Oh, that's creative. He tried to fit within the little window that was given to him.
I'll
What?
give it to Dorian though. He's making the most of his overdieted legs. That's for sure.
I don't even see which one Dorian is on the stage.
Third from the left.
Third from the left. So the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So red trunks in the middle.
Yeah, that's easy. Red trunks middle.
Yeah, red trunks in the middle. Yeah. He's got a good
There's
back couple,
gigantic glutes on Dorian.
Lucas is in the
Hey,
comments going boom. Here Dorian goes boom. I remember that. It was so funny because Nick was like, they were like doing front lat spreads or something. They hit it and he's like boom, and Nick's like, what the fuck?
That's comedy. That's funny.
And then Nick did like a podcast after, and he was like, I don't know what was going on with him. He's just screaming boom every shot. I don't think he's doing
somebody
it.
just uploaded a most muscular of Nick on Instagram. Cilios.
That's
Looks good.
definitely one of his best poses.
Yeah. It looks impressive in the high res shots, I'll tell you that. You go on Cilios's.
Put the link in Instagram. I'll go over there.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
Glycerin
Funny, I swear.
21.
Alright,
Is he a
here we
threat to Nick? No.
Just
Day
send
late
me
and
a
a dollar short, Nick. Not you, Nick, but Nick, Strength and Power Nick. It's just like.
There's too many
Nick's-
goddamn Nicks in the fitness industry.
Nick's
No,
strength
'cause
and power.
I-
I
did you-
can't
whatever.
stand. I stopped watching him like over a year ago because it's just like this guy has no idea what's going on in a bulk, in a cut. Like he just doesn't know what he's looking at.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't know anything about the drug side of things.
Impressive. Most
That's a
muscular
great
guys, man.
pose.
That's a pretty good shot.
He doesn't look like a kabuki actor anymore.
It's because his face is starting to get his face is starting to get red. That's what it
His
is.
face is
They
definitely-
color corrected his face.
That's blood pressure.
All right, so there.
I'm now I cannot, especially in that first picture where he's making like the O face. I'm just imagining Nick Walker performing in a traditional Japanese no drama. No.
This is quality entertainment here.
Oh shit. Special order that kimono.
It's like, oh my god, can you imagine having the
ran
best
out of
shots of your life
fabric.
and your face is like powder snow white, so you have to have color correction on your face for all marketing you do with those pictures, and then people are like, oh, those photos are doctored. It's like, yeah, we put a tan on my face. Stu,
Is that
I don't know,
it?
man. This
Right.
off-center shit does not look as good as the real thing.
Yeah.
I wish they had some up the middle shots.
Oh wait, are they bringing?
That's what she said.
Look how deep.
Oh, stream suspended
Oh,
Look at the. Look
at the end of it when it's all over.
Shut him down.
That's how it works, man. That's just like corporate stuff.
Let him show the whole thing, and then they shut it
Look
down.
at these.
He's
What's
lost the
going on
viewer
with his
now. I'm
abs?
closing the tab.
They got washed out.
There's
That's
no abs.
he's pulling too much of a vacuum.
Oh yeah, there you see them there. His abs.
he's-
a little
Sourcing.
bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever really had very.
I mean,
big
that's-
abs, though, to be honest.
That's how like Ian's abs are. They're just
Yeah.
or
A lot of that is genetic.
James Hollingshead too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is
They just
heavily
disappear.
genetic, unfortunately.
You kind of have to have abs.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I don't know who that
Ben
is, but
Pekulski-
those are some good
Ben
shots.
Pekulski used to have pretty flat abs too, didn't he?
Milan said
It's
that.
because he had so many hernias, he wasn't able to do a crunch until after he retired when he had the hernias repaired.
Justin.
Oh yeah.
That's a good picture of Justin. That glute's enormous.
Bison Tries has some side by sides.
That's a good glute shot. That's
Yeah,
a good rear
that is.
double.
That's the glutes.
Martin.
That's a good glute shot. Love it.
That's a crazy vacuum he gets.
There, I posted in the group.
Yeah,
Ooh,
check
bit
it
of a
out in
bit of a
second.
classic pose there by Martin.
Yeah, like when he's standing still. Wow, there's no sweep.
Nah, it's all
Like
blurry because he's shaking.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know.
He's phase shifting out of reality.
He's shrugging too much. It makes his shoulders look like they're just like attached on.
Oh, where was Angel in
Wow.
that whole
shoulder
lineup?
pads.
And I saw Angel.
That's Tony.
I saw the
Yeah.
picture there, but
Angel does not have the shape
Tony has got impressive arms.
right there in the blue in the middle. There you go.
oh yeah.
That everything but his waist is way too big. It fucks up the whole physique. I'm afraid that's what I'll look like one day. That I won't get my waist in, but everything else will grow too.
All right, so I'll see if I can find the ones you said with the side by sides.
They're not that professional. It's mostly just looking at Nick and Stu, basically.
Yeah,
A friend of mine is competing in the men's physique in this show. Actually, I just realized.
Or more so just to see Nick.
That's Martin, or not? No, that's not Martin.
That's
The V guy.
yeah. I think in the front double, I don't know. More often than not, I prefer the crunch down look. I feel like guys that like don't have abs, they should probably try to do that.
But the thing is he doesn't have the external rotation to allow for that, so he loses most of his arms by doing the crunch.
people with narrow clavicles, people if they do a vacuum, it does make them look more impressive in the front double.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it just accentuates the like width of their upper torso and then makes the waist look smaller. But yeah, I think if you can get away with doing a crunch and still having that X frame, you should definitely do it.
Here's a better picture. I'll pull this one up. It's a better quality picture.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, much better.
That looks better.
So Martin, wow, Nick looks amazing. Martin,
looks good
I don't
too.
know. I think Martin beats out Tonio in that pose for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, Tonio's. It's weird.
Tonio's waist is kind of
Yeah, his
Looks a
lat
little-
insertions are too high. Then he's just got like
looks a little full.
space between like his like lats and his waist. It just looks like it's empty. It's a bit weird. And then it looks like his abdominals are kind of like It doesn't look like he's just doing a vacuum. It looks like his abdominals are kind of like imploding. It's strange look. Yeah, but
I
I'll tell you what,
see the
Tonio's
lighting
rear
is
lat
all
spread's better.
screwed up again like it was last year.
There's 11 different light sources behind them.
Look.
Casting light into the audience makes no sense. They shouldn't
Is Martin caught mid lat spread there, or is that him fully opened up? Because he's not really opened up there.
He's mid. But you see what I'm saying? If you look at their shadows, the shadows are going towards the
Yeah, why the
audience, not away
fuck
from
are there
them.
lightings behind them? Who cares?
Yeah,
It was jacked
that's
last
weird.
year. The lighting was
That's
awful.
ridiculous.
Remind me to never do the Noriak Pro.
I mean, nobody is looking at that side. Why do they need lights on that side?
Somebody's
And you
complaining
knew
about my
venue
mic
with
again.
no
Is it that
chandelier.
bad?
No,
No,
it's
To
not
me,
that
it's
bad.
not that bad, but I think probably compared to the rest of us, you're a little quiet.
yeah, I don't know these people. Turn your volume up. Shut up.
Well, that's not
It's
going
like-
to work.
It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. We turn
Crank
my
my
mic
mic
up,
volume up a little
then,
bit. How about
then
now?
Paul's is too soft. I move away, mine's too soft. Like, they just need to grow up
Here,
here.
I'll move my mic away from myself.
People are just being fucking sooks, I think.
Whoa, now you're way louder.
What
Who,
kind
me?
of
Like
production quality on this free?
a bunch of
hastily
fucking
put
bros
together?
sitting here trying to look at bodybuilding shit. I can't hear you. Your mic's not perfect. What is going
Yeah,
on?
how
talk-
dare you, group of bodybuilders, not be good at sound engineering? Like,
I'll file a complaint. with my executive producer.
Joe
Director here.
Why doesn't it sound like Joe Rogan?
Sorry, no, we do. Of course, we do care about making it good for you guys, but we're not,
We
professionals.
do and we
here.
don't.
Why isn't it more professional? Why is it?
yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Then we've got Maddie reassuring us that everyone sounds fine. So clearly, we just have a few sensitives.
Yeah, these are all good shots. This is really good.
Look at the traps on Tonio.
Yeah, Tony's
Yeah,
got
that's
some
massive.
massive traps.
Reminds me of the Lou Ferrigno traps.
Boom.
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 Again,
Yeah, what we need to do, guys,
Nick's
is we
side
need to
crossover
do
with that.
this podcast all in one place live together. That way the audio will be the same. So we'll just all fly in and meet.
I mean, I would love to go to shows.
We'll meet at Money's place in the comments. I think that, or Matthew Morris's place. We can meet there. Yeah, we can meet there and chat it out. Whoops.
we'll just message Joe Rogan and ask if we can use his studio.
Yeah.
Hey man, can we just borrow this for the day?
Here's the
I can't
classic
wait to
guys.
get super popular and then go corporate, and then the quality starts to suffer, and we all end up hating each other. I'm looking
Then
forward
we
to
can
that.
do the then we can do the Manscaped ads and stuff.
Yeah,
What we
yeah,
should
we'll
do
go
is
ad
have
reads.
Disney should buy the show and then recast us.
It'll be
Yes.
scripted. Yeah.
Yes, with
I'll be
AI
like a
bots.
furry. They'll do race swapping and
Yeah, no,
all
I need
types of
I need to be portrayed as a hairless Asian man.
stuff. With a
Oh,
cleft
man.
palate.
So I was too loud before, and now I'm too low.
No, you're not. You're fine.
What the fuck? They're like
Shut up.
only
It's
Paul
fine.
and Nick who are low.
Shut up.
Who is?
Who
video?
cares? Who cares? It's fine.
It's impossible to hear.
Turn your volume
How
up.
about now? Yeah, we'll all just talk on our mics.
Tran.
No,
Tran. What about now? Can you hear me? Test. Tran.
Sound like you're auditioning for the next Batman movie.
T-ball. T-ball. Tran.
Batman definitely doesn't. Bruce Wayne definitely doesn't need any Tren in his life.
Oh boy.
He's already angry.
He's gonna start killing people.
If anything, he needs a speech pathologist.
Why is
That's
Paul
what he
louder
needs.
than everybody?
Yeah. Paul,
On
why
my
are you
mic,
than
you're
everybody?
louder. What is going on?
When yelling.
No, wait a minute, Chase. I think you're louder now. What
I am
happened?
loudest.
I am loudest.
I don't know. I'm just going to hold it up to my ass and let a high carb day fart and see if that.
Oh my! I can't. Don't even talk to me about that, bro. All I've had is Dayquil.
That's a mic check.
Dayquil on an
When
empty
you s-
belly is a recipe for a rumbling down below.
When you said I'm loudest, I just thought of the what was it game? All your bass belong to us. I just thought
All
of that
your
line.
bass.
I was like, fuck.
Oh man, it's classic.
Oh man.
All right, we want to take a couple questions. It looks like this is fizzled out.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Haven't gotten a ton of questions yet.
Everybody's been watching the.
Yeah, but we got a few here.
Volume
Oh,
contest.
I'm sorry, Paul. Did you
Oh,
put
no,
some
sorry.
up?
Yeah.
Volume
The
contest.
first question.
Damn.
First question is, what's wrong with your mics?
Why does everybody suck?
Why is Paul so quiet?
This is probably a good one for Todd.
Yeah, Steve-O the Great just got put on rosuvastatin for cholesterol. What are your what did I pronounce it poorly?
Rosuvastatin.
Okay, rosuvastatin. Sorry.
Close
There you
enough.
go.
Whatever.
You say
Sorry.
tomato, I say tomato.
I was waiting for it to end because I'm like, I'm on rosuvastatin. I use it. I use 10 milligrams of it a day.
I'm pronouncing every syllable.
Did I use some rosuvastatin?
Sound it out, Colin. Rosuvastatin for cholesterol. What are your thoughts on this specific statin?
I mean, it keeps
I think
my.
all statins stuck.
I mean, it keeps my LDLs pretty fucking low. So keeps it like at 60, and my ApoB at like a 50.
All right. So what's that makes that statin different from all the other statins?
It's what my doctor gave me.
So just luck of the draw.
This is what it was. I mean, I mean, I haven't noticed any negatives from it. So yeah, I don't know.
Until a muscle rips off the bone, right?
Man, all my shit already ripped off years ago, so I don't even care. When I wasn't using rosuvastatin, I tore my lat like fucking 7 years ago or something when I was just doing pull-ups.
Okay, here it is. Rosuvastatin has a lower risk of muscle-related side effects compared to some other statins, such as simvastatin or atorvastatin, particularly when used.
Now we know.
And of course, used at lower doses. So I guess that means for a bodybuilder, this is the right choice to start.
I mean, from what I've heard, a lot of people will go ezetimibe and or rosuvastatin. Yeah, that's
That would be
pretty
the
common.
order of going. But I mean, like,
I was using
fuck.
both. And when I ran out of ezetimibe, just like astragalus, I didn't buy any more, and then I got blood work, and I didn't really notice a difference. Like my LDL didn't get any higher, so I didn't buy any more ezetimibe and just kept going with.
If your diet is clean, I don't know how much ezetimibe is going to help.
Yeah,
Right.
see, like,
Yeah.
a clean diet and red yeast rice seems to work for me.
Yeah, red yeast rice didn't do anything for me. When I was with Jordan Peters, he had me like slamming that shit, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, well,
What, slam it, what shit?
red yeast
Red
rice.
yeast rice.
What's that supposed to do?
I don't know.
Lower cholesterol. Supposed to
I don't
lower
know.
your
It's trash.
LDL a little bit and raise your. The combination of that and citrus bergamot is what will do. It'll make a little bit.
For a lot of people, it will, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't get anything from red yeast rice. I didn't get much of anything from citrus bergamot. Rosuvastatin really fucking works. So
Jason, thank you for the donation. We appreciate it. I'll put that in the fund
So
to
here-
hire a producer to keep the volume levels
So
appropriate.
10 milligrams. is supposed to-
Jamie, Jamie, can you balance out on the audio, please? Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Jamie.
We pay Jamie in bananas.
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 Sorry.
Yeah, my Australian accent.
Banana. Give him another banana.
So 10 milligrams is supposed to lower LDL by 50%, and that you're unlikely to tear with that particular statin at that particular dose. So I think that's probably a safe thing to do. I mean, if you need more than a 50% reduction in LDL cholesterol, then there's got to be something else seriously fucking wrong with the lifestyle.
Yeah, it's diet. It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, like before I was on it, the reason that I got prescribed it was because a few years ago I had a calcium. Fuck, I can't even remember what
Calcium score.
I had a calcium score that was 120, and so my doctor was like, "Well, let's put you on rosuvastatin and make sure your blood pressure stays good and go from there." So,
And what's the calcium score now?
last time I got it was 0.
So it did reduce it. Okay, good.
Well, it wasn't necessarily from. I don't think it was necessarily from the rosuvastatin because I was slamming a shitload of vitamin K during that process.
Magnesium as well.
Yeah, lots of magnesium, vitamin
Yeah.
E.
So that stuff will play a role in health.
Yeah, but that was at that point. When was that? It was 2022, and that was in February. Like I got that done, and in 2022 is when, or in February was when, like either George Peterson died or Cedric McMillan died. One of those guys died, and I was like, all right, I'm taking a break. Fuck this. Then went and got everything checked out, and I saw the calcium score, and I was like, all right, I'm taking like a year off in 2022.
And then you were like, "Fuck this, I'm back in all in."
Well, and then so I waited a year, and I was on like less than TRT for like a year, and then we did the whole fertility thing once we got pregnant, and then I got another. It was a year later, got a calcium score done, and it was a 0, and I was like, fuck it, run everything, and keep taking
all clear.
Keep taking the rosuvastatin, keep
off.
taking all the vitamin K and all that stuff. And
Well, you know my trick. If you don't get your blood work checked, it doesn't count.
you don't. Yeah, you're all
You
good.
don't know.
In the clear.
All right, let's grab the next question.
All right.
There's a super chat.
Oh, there's a super chat. You guys probably went over this before. However, what are the most common sides of running test and high mast propionate cycle? And is test MPP and mast good?
So you start looking like Victor Black after about 3 months of doing it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I don't know. I would say like if you run too high at mast, like one of the problems I see is that
cholesterol, yeah.
one of the problems I see is that people actually can crush their estradiol by running too much mast. It but it depends on the dosages. So,
Have you actually seen that ever happen where mast lowers someone's estradiol?
I've seen cholesterol issues more so than actual estradiol.
Suppressed HDL.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen. I only see suppressed estradiol with Primo, not with mast.
Yeah,
probably more so with Primo. But I have seen it with mast.
Yeah, I mean, most of last year I was on 3,500 test and 1,400 mast, and my estradiol came back at like 135. And I was on rosuvastatin the whole time. My LDL stayed, 50, 60, around there. This year on 3,500 test and 700 Primo, my estradiol came back at 125. So I don't.
Yeah. So with you, it's the same thing. So I had the results, and we tried to talk about this yesterday before someone flipped out because they didn't read the whole thing. Is that I did 1,000 test, 1,000 Primo, and had like a 50 estradiol. So then when it was time to cut, was doing 500 test, 900 mast, because when I did 500 test, 900 Primo, I had a 15 estradiol. It turned out to be a 200 estradiol. So the mast did not suppress at all. Now that wasn't intentional. I wasn't intentionally trying to have a 200 estradiol. I bought the rumor that everyone else buys that Mastron's more suppressive than Primo and assumed that it would be even lower with the mast than it was with the Primo. In me, it was not. And so that's how I found out that it is not the same thing. So I took 150 of the test and replaced it with Primo, and it brought that estradiol down from a 200 to a 100. So in me, Primo is extremely suppressive, and Masteron's not suppressive. So whereas everyone is all like pro Primo, F Masteron, in me it's switched. Yeah. And no matter how much I try to explain this to people, they just can't accept it. They have to get upset that I use Masteron as a primary anabolic and not Primo. And that's the part that really is strange to me, is that when you have physical evidence in triplicate proving something is a certain way, because it goes against the rumors, it isn't real. And that rather than accepting that individuals are different and that in them drugs work differently.
Sorry. I mean, I was laughing at Paul.
As you get good,
Paul's like shreds. Paul's over there just.
I got a nap cramp.
That's what you get.
As you get
those
good,
ab cramps.
I'll squeeze the nipple for you. There it is.
No,
there's the inverted one, so everybody can see.
That's what were we talking about?
As you get good at this, the number one thing that you start to learn is not to be surprised by anything, because just like you're saying, the individuality of the responses can be so vast. And so, it doesn't surprise me that happens with you. I've just seen this thousands and thousands of times. When most people Primo does control estradiol more, but mast it does for most people. But again, not everybody. Everybody's individual response is different. So the idea would be to figure out which one works better for you for controlling estradiol. Try it with Primo. Try it with Masteron. See which one you like better. And Todd, you obviously like Masteron better, and I've seen that before. That's not super uncommon. There's a lot of people that do better with mast than Primo.
It's not about whether I like it better. It's that my body responds favorably to Masteron as a neutral agent, and then with Primo, it treats it as something that's an extremely strong AI. If you know what, I want to fit in. I want to be like everyone else and be cool, kid. I want to take the Primo and not the Masteron. It's just my body doesn't agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just need to understand that if you're going to be using Primo or Masteron in thinking that you're going to use it as some sort of estrogen management tool, like go get your blood work and make sure that it is. Like don't just assume that it's doing something.
Which is what I did. I waited 6 months, and I had a 200 estradiol.
That's crazy. But yeah.
The number one thing that I see with people is that most people can't see outside their own self-centricity. So Todd, when you're talking about these people have problems understanding how Masteron works for you and it doesn't work for them, when you, like all of us here, when we start seeing these things thousands and thousands of times, we can start to say, okay, we have a bigger, aggregation of more data points. So we can see that, the diversity or the disparity in which each individual reacts. But if you only see this with yourself and a couple gym buddies, you're going to think everybody reacts that way. And that's just how most people.
Well, the irony is that the individual is someone who's considered to be extremely wise in anabolics.
All right, let's be
But
careful.
when it...
All right. Victor Black is not extremely wise.
That was a good question by Brandon about Kratom.
I got an important one though. Somebody here wants to know which one of us are on trend right now.
I wish I was.
I'm not. Fuck trend.
I will be soon.
I wish.
I haven't done
I keep
trend in a
putting it
long
off.
time.
I keep kicking the can down the road.
I tried 5 milligrams and I couldn't sleep, so I took it out.
Yeah.
Okay. What was
There was a super chat by Brandon, I think, about Kratom, which is interesting. I kind of have a bit of an answer
Brandon
for it.
says, have you seen any studies or blood work showing high prolactin from kratom use? My training partner got crazy gyno from a 99%. Yeah, I've seen. I have had people come to. I never see it. It's funny. Like I never see high prolactin from nandrolone or tren ever.
Yeah.
But I have seen guys come to me with high prolactin.
Yeah.
With either they have a pituitary tumor or they smoke weed. I've seen it with people that smoke weed, and I've
There's
seen
a
it
reason
with
for that
kratom.
too. Yeah, there's a reason for that too. It has to do with the HPTA axis and the fact that it binds to the mu opioid receptors. So, like similar to how like opioids work, it binds to the same receptors, and that can influence the release of like certain hormones. And then with the HPTA axis, changes in like neurotransmitter levels can influence hormone secretion, and usually what you find is an increase in prolactin levels can come as a result of this. So that'd be why like tumors in the brain can cause a similar reaction or downstream effect. So I'd say it has a lot to do with that.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a fan of kratom being like this huge sponsor to bodybuilding. I think it's a little
neither.
weird. I think it's a little weird.
It's a bit odd.
I don't really understand what is the big. It's a painkiller, right? That's what it does.
It's kind of a, I don't know what.
It seems to be like almost an analog to opiates.
Yeah, it
Like a sedative. It's like a sedative.
opiates, so people can use that instead of
Yeah.
opiates. But
Like, I've
again,
known-
you run into the same problem. Now you're addicted to the kratom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm just like,
basically
why? Why is this a part of bodybuilding now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it at all.
See,
I don't-
it's a
I wouldn't
sedative in the
use it at all
sense that
either.
it decreases dopamine or dopaminergic activity, but that is what actually causes that inverse effect of like prolactin increasing.
Yeah.
It's that suppression of dopamine.
Oh,
Right.
that's all you had to
Makes
say.
sense.
So it's a dopamine
Yeah.
antagonist.
Yes.
So thus
Yeah.
the prolactin releasing agonist. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, if you really want to be depressed, have a limp dick. You know?
I mean, but I just don't get because like guys are using it to like do cardio and it makes cardio go by faster because you fucking zone out or whatever.
Why not just listen to cool music
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
or
Yeah,
text
listen to
someone you
music.
like, or watch a
yeah.
TV show you like? Cardio is one of my favorite parts of my day. I don't know how people could hate cardio so much.
I think a lot of people are gonna hop on it not realizing what exactly it is.
Yeah.
I tried it
It's just-
one
I don't get
time,
it.
and it was like I felt miserable on it. I felt numb.
Yeah.
I felt sick.
If you don't like opiates, like I mean, if opiates don't like, I get sick if I take opiates. So
Yeah, me too.
So I don't like them, and so you won't like kratom if you don't like opiates.
It's wild how some people's response to opiates is like it's like pure bliss. It's like
Yeah.
like a nonstop orgasm until it gets out of their system, and then like for me, it makes me constipated and grumpy.
Me too.
Well, there's
I guess
mu
it's-
receptors, lambda receptors, kappa receptors. They all do different things. So the mu receptors are euphoria. Lambda, I think, is pain killing or something like that. Kappa is something else. So if you have genetically more of one receptor than the other, you're going to feel different effects.
Yeah.
And it's probably much more complicated than that. But that's the simplest way to look at it.
Yeah.
Weren't they talking about scheduling it for a while?
Yeah, but so many people wrote in on the Federal Register that they decided not to schedule it.
I mean, I guess it's better than heroin.
Yeah, well, and that's the idea. Like, it's good to use as a. I mean, the same thing with Suboxone, right? Like, it's kind of used like that. But
That's
the problem with
right.
Suboxone
You don't
is-
go to
Now
the
you're
vape
addicted to the
shop to buy
Suboxone.
your Suboxone.
Yeah.
I've known people who claim to have used it to like help them stop drinking.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't see what
That's
it has to do with
anecdotal.
bodybuilding, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. I don't see
Me
it
neither.
happening. You're kind of trading one addiction for another.
I mean, and it's crazy because like that Mitt 45 company is like sponsoring shows now, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we letting this happen? I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I used to training when I was personal training. I had a guy. It was the first time I ever heard about it. He was like, "You got to try it." I didn't try it because he would take it as a pre-workout. 9 times out of 10, he would like we wouldn't even be doing anything hard, and he'd get sick in the workout. And he'd be like, "I got to stop. I got to go." And I'm like, "What is the point of this?" And he couldn't stop. Like he couldn't stop doing it. It was just, and he's like, "You got to try it. It's great." I'm like, "This does not seem great. What are you talking about?" I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's a bad deal.
not for me. But anyway, I would stay away from it. Yeah, I've seen some nasty blood work from it, and it could grow gyno. That is for sure. I've seen people. I've seen chronic weed smokers get gyno too.
Yeah.
So there's supposed to be a, it's kind of like SHBG that's released when you smoke weed. That people say that weed increases your estrogen. Weed doesn't increase your estrogen. It mops up free testosterone, which changes you to
The ratio of
relatively
testosterone.
imbalanced towards estrogen. That, I mean, this is probably not the case anymore because weed's such a big part of our culture. But when about 20 years ago or so, there was this thing that girls didn't like guys who smoked weed or played video games because then they'd have lower sex drives. So, I mean, it was probably a very small pop, but it was this thing that girls preferred guys that didn't do those things because they wanted them to be more ready for action when it was convenient for her. And I guess that now, because everybody smokes weed, nobody's ready for action. And so the population's declining, but it is what it is.
I'm always ready for action,
Yeah.
ladies. Except on contest prep. But I just want to say
Except for half the year. It's like
last 6 weeks of contest prep, then I'm not. All right, let's grab one more, and then speaking of ready for action, I'm ready to eat.
Ready for?
I'm ready for my next carb meal.
Yeah,
That's a higher
last
priority.
one here from Brandon. Have you seen any studies or blood work showing
We just
high?
did that one.
Oh, I'm
we just
sorry.
did
We all
that.
just
My
did
bad.
that. Yeah.
Sorry, I usually clear them.
Where's Jamie?
Jamie, get that out of there.
There we go.
Oh wait, no, there's a new one. There you go.
Hey guys, tore my pec 2 weeks ago and just got out of surgery yesterday. My
Cool.
current recovery plan is 0.5 milligrams BPC 157 every day, 0.5 milligrams TV 500 every day, 2 IU HGH every day, 200 milligrams CRT a week, 125 DECA a week. Is 2 IU enough GH? Love the show.
For recovery,
I would
For
go up
recovery.
to 4 or 6 GH. I wouldn't use the DECA. I would use EQ probably, and
Well,
probably
what
go
about-
higher, like 300. And then with
Oh,
the BPC, you don't need a half a milligram. You could do like 0.1 milligram.
Are you thinking EQ for collagen synthesis?
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah, because the DECA is supposed to be for collagen synthesis, but in the studies, I read a bunch of them,
Yeah.
that the DECA doesn't actually allow for wound repair as well as it preserves the tissue. It actually prolongs wound repair, whereas other anabolics like Anavar is usually what I'd have people do post surgery.
Yeah.
Because
Anavar
that's
would be
what's
better
FDA
option,
approved
right?
for. That 20
I was
Anavar
gonna
a
say-
day, and then you would use a 300 EQ for the collagen synthesis.
Yeah.
That would be a
Do-
better
do you
mix than
reckon-
DECA.
That's what
Do
I
you
read.
reckon
That makes sense.
the EQ over the Anabar just due to the fact that it's an injectable and not an oral?
I would just use both
Mhm.
because
Both,
one
okay.
they're different. I don't know
Oh,
why
different types of
Anavar
collagen.
is different. I don't think that it is different. I just know that the Anavar is FDA approved
Okay.
for post surgery, and that I'm using the EQ off label since it's not for humans.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, not FDA.
But it is supposed to be the best for collagen synthesis. Helps horses win races for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I've just started my test and EQ cycle, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
All right.
Actually,
Any other
interested.
questions?
There was
Going once. Going
$20 bucks is a lot.
Damn,
Yeah.
$20. I just
I
realized.
think we got most of them
Yeah.
today. It wasn't a super question heavy show.
yeah.
No one,
We were
no one
watching the
comment.
New York Pro the whole time. I don't
Yeah.
know whether or not they just didn't ask anything.
I think everybody else was watching it too, though.
Hmm.
Mostly.
Yeah, everybody else is watching it. The true bodybuilding fans. All right, guys. I guess we'll wrap this up. We'll call
All right.
call it a stream. Maybe I can
Thanks,
show
everyone.
my nipple one more time.
you,
All right, guys.